The address is 347 Don Shula Drive in honor of the legendary coach. The stadium is Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens, Florida.
Jason Sanders to kick off line.
The veteran, Jason Sanders, ready to get us started. And off we go from South Florida. On the return is Sean Tucker. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now a run with the rookie out of Oregon. And he's going to be stopped at the line. No gain. Great way for the defense to open up here at home.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
On second down, Baker.
And this is one of the cases, Mike, where defenders, they get their eyes in the wrong spot. They call it eye discipline. He catches them looking elsewhere. It allows him to get upfield and make this third down a lot more manageable.
Third down, 3 to go. Baker gonna give it to Irving. And he's gonna be brought down behind the line. This defense fired up to start the game. It'll bring up fourth down.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
On fourth down, Mayfield. That's caught. It's Evans. And he's going to have the Buccaneers first down. They wind up with a gain of 11 on fourth down. On the ground, it's Irving. That's a short pickup to about the 47. The veteran Calais Campbell in there for the stop. Here's second and 9. They'll go again here with Irving. Gets to the edge at the 30. The speed on display. He's in. Bucky Irving. Touchdown Buccaneers. Terrific way, Greg, to get this game started. Able to get the opening touchdown and do it with a long run.
Mike, anytime you can create explosive plays in the run game, you're definitely going to take it. And they're going to be able to build on those plays as the rest of this game moves along.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. He's got it. And the Buccaneers will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes D. Eskridge on the return. And the drive will begin at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Now the former Texas A&M Aggie. Here's Devon Achane. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
Third and long. Play action. Tagovailoa. He's going to air this one out. Looking for Hill. What a connection. He's down inside the 5-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Here's Achane. And he will dive into the end zone. Devon Achane. Touchdown, Dolphins.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. And we're back to South Florida after this. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Now it's Bucky Irving to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Irving. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short. On play action, Mayfield. That pass complete to the veteran, Sterling Shepard. Now he's loose down the right sideline. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. McLaughlin now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Buccaneers will move out to a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, Malik Washington. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achan. And he'll take this ahead to the 43-yard line. Kalijah Cansey in on the stop. They face second down and 7. Once again, it's Achan. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Tua. He's got his man. It's Smith. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points, but either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
Here's a 2nd and 9. A play fake. Now Tua to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tungo Vailoa. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. What a terrific play at the back of the end zone. Greg, that is so hard to do, but something you did during your career. How do guys pull that off?
Yeah, the key here, Mike, is the concentration to not only see the ball, but then you have to feel the ground. You have to know exactly where you are in the back line of the end zone. And tell you what, this is about as good as it gets. Come down with the ball, 2 feet in bounds, touchdown.
Oh, he missed the extra point. It's no good, and they can't even this one up. They will remain down by 1.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Irving now on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. To throw is Mayfield. Now, screen set up for Irving. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
Second down throw for Mayfield. There's Evans. He's got it. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Chris Godwin, the receiver he was looking for, and it'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mayfield. A dive and a catch. Incredible. Now a signal, timeout called. 9 seconds left to play in this first half. 17 yards on that play. Good for a Buccaneers first down. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. A ball deep for the end zone. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
I can tell you from firsthand experience, Mike, that is a lonely and long jog back to the huddle. I mean, you're an inch away from being the hero with a deep touchdown. Instead, you let it go through your fingertips, and you got to come back to the huddle and try again.
That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered, and that is how this first half will come to an end. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half coming up. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter 3 begins. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. The They'll start on the ground. It's A-10. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
44, ready.
They'll stay on the ground with Achan. Up the sideline to the 40. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Off play action, it's Tua. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
With wide receivers, I think we spend so much time, Mike, talking about their speed and their route running, and of course that's critical, but the ability to not only catch the ball, but to concentrate on the bad throws. We used to have a saying, you get paid to catch the bad ones, and we saw a great example of it here, laying out, going down to get this ball, holding on through contact with the ground, and that's a big-time play.
Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, get set.
Tua, gonna give it to Achan. He will not get back to the line of scrimmage. They pick him up and throw him down for a loss.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. On play action, it's Tagovailoa. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there. 3rd down coming up.
All right, come on.
They'll fake the handoff. Now, Tua. He's got the hook up there to Waddle. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
Ready, set. Ready.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They need one right now. 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Tua. That's going to be intercepted. And the Buccaneers will take over at their own 14-yard line.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They're trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Right back to Irving. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Well, that 2nd down play call is not real fancy, but at this point, Mike, they are in a battle with the clock. How much time can they run off and try to protect this lead? But now it brings up a pretty interesting 3rd down. Can they keep the ball and finish this thing on offense, or are they going to have to punt it away and have their defense finish the game?
And they will finally get him out of bounds, but not until he's near the 45-yard line.
1st down, Buccaneers.
They'll run with Irving, and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll run it. It's Irving. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. We'll send a tight end in motion right. They'll drop to throw. Oh, do you believe it? It's intercepted. Into space.
On the list of worst possible outcomes for this drive, that is certainly at the top. With this much time left, all you're looking to do is, 1, maintain possession of the ball, and number 2, run off as much clock as possible. Then disaster strikes. Not only do you turn the ball over, you let them take it back for 6, and now you find yourself coming back onto the field here in a minute, trailing with very little time left.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Irving now on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They send Godwin in motion. Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. Going up top for Evans. And now he loses the football.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball, from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Throwing on second down, Mayfield. Looking downfield for Otten. And a nice return here as well. He is out of bounds near the 40.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run right here. It's Achane. He was looking for that cutback lane, but it never developed, and he's tracked down behind the line.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Second and 11. A run out of the gun with Achane. Timeout here in Tampa Bay. That is their second as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
No help from those last 2 runs. It is 3rd and 13. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's got it! And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to...
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from Ford Field. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. They'll run for the first time with a speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. Well, I'm not quite sure how he got away from that first tackler, but he won't even be able to get it back to the line of scrimmage there as the defense rallies behind him.
Hey, we often talk about defensive. Sometimes even the outside linebackers, but how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 25 yards there on the catch and run. A nice game there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering him. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Goff. Flushed out right. That's going to be caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Sam Laporta, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead at 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. A short throw caught by Andrews. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Down to about the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Again, it's Henry fighting him off. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 40-yard line. It's a 5-yard pickup that time on what will wind up being the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Lions 7, Ravens nothing.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Jackson. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up the screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Feeling feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run. It's Henry. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back can get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure he got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Throwing is Jackson. A short one there, caught by Likely. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches. To throw is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. The quick feet by Jackson. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Henry will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Boy, 2 long, sustained drives by each team to start things out. It's kind of similar to how the pitch clock has shortened baseball games. That means we'll be out of here quickly if we get a few more drives like that. We're in the 2nd quarter now, and we've only had 1 drive apiece, each of which have ended with touchdowns.
Tucker with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half. Brandon, that just looked like a lot of confusion to me at the line of scrimmage. I don't think the offense had any idea of who was coming on the blitz and who was dropping off.
He's airing it out for Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this. They're going to go for it. It's Goff. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. It is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome. Glad you're with us. It's Blake Grupe to get this one started, and off we go here in New Orleans. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Play action. Now Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That certainly could be a sign of things to come because they're blitzing to start this ball game, and it works for them there as they force the incomplete pass.
Now it's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Here's Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 52 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The tight end in motion right. Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. Down inside the 10. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a 1st down.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good 1st step.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll give Henry another shot. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Saints nothing. Justin Tucker is the kickoff for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, that's certainly not the start that they envisioned, Charles. You give up the long touchdown drive, and there, an interception on their first play from scrimmage.
Brandon, I wonder if the mindset was simply, well, that was a long touchdown drive. Their defense might be a little relaxed and feel like, hey, we're in good shape now having 7 in hand. Maybe they just thought, let's take the shot at them right now. Instead, it went against them.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You may also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
That is caught. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Saints nothing.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. Henry up the middle, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So his strong 1st half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? I can say this from experience, especially from a defensive back's perspective. There's not many things more terrifying than a toss sweep or a pitch play and all that beef out in front of the runner.
Yeah, I had an old coach say 3 words on those plays, toss or pitch. Set the edge. Heard them over and over.
A lot of times they roll the edge, and when they do that, that's why you can go for a long way.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The veteran Kyle Van Noy in there to drop him.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Carr going to throw.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now Carr. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 32-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
32-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
And Shaheed going to go in motion. He'll get it here on the jet sweep.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
And Shaheed going to go in motion. Kamara fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll run it with Kamara. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone.
Now Carr shifting his guys around a bit. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal. Oh, design run for their wideout. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
So Carr departs, and on is Blake Groupie for the Saints field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And that is no good. And the deficit will hold pat at 13. So 1st and goal quickly turns into 4th and goal, and then 4th and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker who has to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Here's Jackson to throw.
A short one there, caught by Likely.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Well, looking deep here for Flowers.
This is intercepted.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3.
And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the 3rd quarter will start from the 30.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
Carr.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense, that fell harmlessly to the ground. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On play action, it's Carr.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs on getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a fourth down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on fourth down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Now it's Jackson. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Henry running right.
Has some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. For the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Jackson now. He's got his man. It's Andrews.
And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. Oh, look at the juke. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Ravens will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
You think back to some of the great goal line bruisers of the past, the Earl Campbells, the John Riggins, the Marshawn Lynches. I think you can put Derrick Henry right in that group as he scores there with another patented Derrick Henry run.
Flush to his right. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10.
93. 93. 93. Right.
To throw, it's Carr. Well, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Down the right sideline. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He completes it to Henry.
He's into space past the 25.
And finally down at the 9-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. In motion left goes a tight end. Off the option, here's Henry. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Ravens on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. In motion comes the tight end left. 3rd and goal, Jackson. And that will be incomplete as well.
I
like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Carr, he wants to change up the look here.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 yards there, just like last play. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
29.
To throw his Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Carr. He sets to fire deep. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now Carr. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Carr now to throw. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. I think here the score dictates you pretty much got to go for it.
But when you look at the scoreboard and you realize that 3 doesn't do you a whole lot of good in this situation, you're exactly right. Dial up one of your better plays and get after it. Forget the field goal kicker. He doesn't matter.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Now Carr, gotta have this one. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Odafe Owe. And the Ravens are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. If they had design.
Next to some of the northernmost waters of the beautiful Chesapeake Bay, we're at M&T Bank Stadium near Baltimore's Inner Harbor. Justin Tucker has this all teed up, and we're underway from the bank. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Lamar off to play fake. Complete Derrick Henry. And that's good for a gain of 5. Justin Madubuike making that stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Oh, and they're going to have the fullback trying power for it. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
They call these 3rd and 1 hard yards. Why not give it to one of the hardest football players on the team, your fullback, to do the job?
First and 10 from the 41. From the gun, Jackson. Finds his man. It's Rashad Bateman. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They've got a man in motion. Lamar now from the gun. Bateman hauls it in. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's good for a Ravens first down. Working inside the red zone. Catch is made in close. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. Justin Tucker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Hey, Range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
2nd and 13. That's taken in by Henry. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one hits for 30. And that'll be first down, Baltimore. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Neither side separating much so far. Back to the bank in just a moment. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. And there's a man there, it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. And the Ravens get the football on the first turnover of the contest.
You could see it right off the snap. They got a really good read on where that was designed to go. Having that extra defensive back, that nickel coverage, so critical on that interception. Give that defense coordinator some credit. Had the right plan, the right personnel. These guys on the field made the right play.
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. They send a receiver in motion right. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Can I have a moment, Kate? Just a moment to marvel at how well they reacted to that play on defense. They were all over it from the start, getting behind the line to blow up a play that how many times do we see as highlight reel touchdowns going the other way?
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Jackson now on 3rd. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure, but instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. This return starts at the 5. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. They've got 1st down from the 31. Jackson trying again after the pick. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Connects with Bateman. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Gets this one to Andrews. And they get this down to the 28. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st. Lamar throwing again. And oh, he missed over the middle there. Lucky that one didn't end up worse. That's swatted away, incomplete. He was looking for Mark Andrews. So it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker looking like a cornerback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys could take some notes on how to stay in position and, most importantly, swat that pass away.
Play action. Here's Jackson. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tucker on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. They send the tight end in motion. 1st down, here's Lamar. On the move, headed right. Now here he goes. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Ravens get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Now it's Lamar. He'll get this to Henry. And they get this down to the 28. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
He takes it himself. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Namdi Madubuike making that stop. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Second and 6 coming up here. Now Jackson off the play action. Dumped off to his running back. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Jackson on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Jackson throwing here. Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. Roquan Smith with the pick. And the Ravens can only get the return up towards the 10 before they're taken down.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. First time this game they've looked to him. So that brings up 2nd down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
They go play fake with Jackson. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. And the Ravens might be able to get some points late after the interception. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought that defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
One last play before the break. A final throw before the break. First play, he's going for it to the end zone. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Nate Wiggins has got it. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. So halftime has to wait one more snap. That pass interference call means we've got an untimed down coming up. Ravens calling on Justin Tucker for the field goal. Angling this one in from the right hash, the challenge here. Tucker's kick is up and good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. From the gun, Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Jackson now, 3rd and long. Finds Aguilar. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Awareness. You've got to be aware. Play caller, quarterback, receiver have to be aware of where the sticks are. That route just not enough, not deep enough to extend the drive and move the chains.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Running for it. Here's Henry. And that run won't come close.